Imagine this. School's out for the day. You've got some spare time and spare change. So you do what millions of people do every day. You head for your favorite arcade. Uh-oh. Somebody's on your machine. And that one, too. These video games sure do get everyone's attention. And why not? Computers in general are getting a lot of attention. And that's what a video game is, a computer. Every time you zap a creature or gobble up game points, you're interacting with a computer. Used to be only scientists and mathematicians understood computers. Today, no matter how old you are or where you live in the world, you can get your hands on a computer and tell it what to do. All it takes is imagination. If you plan to jump feet first into this amazing wave of computerization, the best way is to get hands-on experience. If you're not careful, you might even learn something during summer vacation. This is Computer Camp. 2 weeks of hiking, swimming, and computer programming. And you don't have to be a Rhodes Scholar to attend. Over half the campers here never worked with computers before.
If a camper arrives knowing absolutely nothing about computers when he gets here, within the 2 weeks that he spends here, he will come out with a working knowledge of the basic language, as well as just an understanding of how computers work and how to go about learning how they work. They can't learn, obviously, in 2 weeks everything about how a computer operates. But if they can learn how a computer operates, they're all set. So they learn how to read the instruction manuals, how to approach a new computer system when they see it, how to approach a programming task. From that point on, they can learn with much less assistance and quite a bit on their own.
These campers are learning to design artwork on a video screen. The instructor, Mark Stengel, is 14 years old.
Okay, you plot X, comma, Y. That's your coordinates as a point.
You know the student who talks back to the teacher? Now there's a computer who talks back to the student.
2B, 4, not 2B. That is the problem.
Now, what did you switch that to graphics A?
You did a lot of funny things.
Computers will not only be able to talk with you, they'll be able to use pictures and patterns to make ideas easier to understand.
I'll list it. All right, first you put in the graphics, and then a set color, and you write some plots and draw twos on there, and then you run it. Got yourself a program.
Running a computer can be easy, but even the experts have a difficult time explaining exactly how a computer is built and thinks.
God, how does a computer think? How would you answer that question? That's almost an impossibility.
Oh boy, I'm not prepared for that one.
Computers essentially do 3 different things for you. 3 different things. Well, no, they don't. Sorry.
In the end, I look upon my computer as more like a piano. And I don't say that piano thinks, and I don't say the piano composes the music. I started out as an abstract filmmaker, and by the mid-50s I was casting around because I wasn't satisfied with any animation techniques that I had been using, even though I'd been using quite a number of rather sophisticated ones. I began to realize I was looking for a design machine, and so I began to think that maybe I could invent it.
Computer art was born in 1957 when John Whitney Sr. converted a World War II gun computer into a graphics machine. Then, in 1960, the first computerized character danced onto a screen. In one technique, dancers were wired to computers like puppets. By using a computer to regulate a flow of electricity, artist Lee Harrison created moving characters on a picture tube. I think they called this dance the mashed potato.
Hello, Star Trek people. My name is Ralph. I'm a Siliconian. You know, my upkeep is very modest. You see, I eat radio waves.
Harrison's characters could also speak and sing.
elephant tap dance on a tin roof late at night. That's noise, beautiful noise.
These lips are animated by a human voice.
Extension ladders, which you can make just about as long as you need.
Really? Could I come in for a demonstration?
Oh, yeah, baby. Just make sure you come in when I'm here.
Computer artists can now make cartoons with interchangeable parts. Or they can build entire three-dimensional worlds and weird illusions to go with them. When a computer artist designs a solid image, he performs mathematical plastic surgery. The computer first memorizes an outline of the object in 3 dimensions. Then the artist adds color to the image in tiny points of light called pixels. One image may contain over 20 million of these pixels. The finishing touch on this face is smoothing the angles to simulate the look of human skin. By memorizing the movement of a body in action, a computer can see things your eyes can't. Dr. Gideon Ariel uses a computer to study athletes. The computer helps Ariel see what makes some athletes the best in the world, while others come up just a little bit short. Athletes are not the only people whose success depends on how they move their bodies. Ballet dancers also need control of every muscle. Here, Ariel and his computers take a look at 2 dancers. He digitizes them, which means that he stores information about their motion in a computer's memory. He does this by touching a special pen to each joint of the dancer's body. He repeats the process for each frame of film he has shot. Once this process is completed, Ariel's computer can reconstruct the entire movement. Later, the computer reveals a weakness in the woman's jump.
Right away we see she's not stopping with the leg. She's keep going. If she would stop that abruptly now, it would lift her up.
If she had kept her knee from bending, she would have jumped higher. No twist or turn of the dancer's body is hidden from the computer's view. Gideon Ariel uses computers to see what is usually invisible. And a musician can use a computer to make new sounds from noises that aren't exactly music to the ear. This instrument digitizes sound. By rearranging the information, the machine can create a new and original sound.
After smashing a glass and recording it, we can now modify that sound to create new effects. Here's the original sound. And now, by introducing a loop, we can create the sound of factories, for instance. Or a car. Hello, 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 hello.
Musician Gary Chang adds an electronic sound to his own voice.
The little pop you hear at the end of the sound is what I've just drawn.
Next, he blends the 2 sounds.
I'll play it.
When Chang reverses the display, the sound comes out backwards. This instrument can also be used to make sound seeable.
This is the sound I've just made. And this is what it looks like.
You see, it's possible for a musician to have a computerized orchestra at his fingertips. This is Michael Iceberg, whose Iceberg machine includes 7 synthesizers, a drum computer, an organ, an electric piano, a 22-channel mixer, and other components, all linked by a disk drive computer.
This machine is all of my favorite keyboard instruments, except for a grand piano. And the way I'm accomplishing this is by having several instruments connected to each of these 3 keyboards. And what an iceberg machine is, incidentally, my machine is just my own way of getting all these instruments interfaced together so I can actually play something. Like I have, I could put a flute on one keyboard. And I'm playing bass with my left foot, incidentally. I forgot to mention that. I have girl singers, too. And what we did, and with the girl singers, we have angels. And you may be able to see on this keyboard, her bottom note was this C, and her highest note was this A, leaving several notes blank. And I just couldn't hardly stand that, so I had to put other things in there, and I found pigs, and cows, and trains, and wind, which is why I have to be very careful when I'm playing, because I could go, and I could play, for instance, violins.
Once you learn to use a computer, you soar into a universe of opportunity. You might explore outer space without ever entering a rocket. Or you could design a space shuttle without ever picking up a pencil. For an architect, a computer can stretch, bend, or turn the structure of a building inside out. All kinds of celebrities are turning up at computer terminals these days. With a lot of imagination, you might even use a computer to design a world of your own. Each of these pictures was created by an artist using key punch and computer memory instead of paintbrush and palette. Video images, much like you would find on your home television, are processed with the help of a computer to make pictures that are like living paintings. Three-dimensional scenes are created one frame at a time. Once the necessary information is programmed into the computer, it takes a picture of that information. Then it changes the perspective for the next frame. By stringing these still pictures together, you can create motion. A computer can take someone with artistic talent to new heights. This is a view from a flight simulator, a machine used to train pilots before they fly a real airplane. Less powerful computers can also be used by designers and artists. Look closely and you'll see that everything in this scene is made from lines, drawn closely together. Computers are revolutionizing special effects in movies. Richard Taylor supervised many of the effects in Tron.
Tron is using computer simulation to create backgrounds and ships that would have normally been created by miniatures or models in films such as Star Wars or Star Trek. The computer thinks of all of these objects as three-dimensional objects. And then where it really starts to be magic is when you can take images from real life and combine them with computer simulated images to create whole new things. There is no limit to the point of view to the camera. There is no limit to the physical realities of the objects. Physical objects can pass right through each other. They can do physically impossible things. My expression for the things that the computer can create are that they remind you of something you've never seen before.
You might say that computers are an extension of your eyes, ears, and mind. If you've got the ability to think and dream, a computer can take care of the detail work, and you'll be surprised at the astonishing things you can do.
We have a little dog. We can make him a bigger dog. Or we can make it a pack of dogs.
Isn't science wonderful, boys and girls?
When the human mind meets the memory of a computer, the results can only be called spectacular. It's an invasion, all right. But it's a friendly invasion. I mean, we are talking invasion. You find computers in cars, microwave ovens, telephones, banks, stereos, typewriters, factories, sewing machines, clocks, airplanes, cash registers, traffic lights, cameras. And there's still no room at the arcade.